Welcome back to the Season 3 World Championship, and for SK Telecom T1 and Najin Black Sword, Worlds is on the line. The winner of this game will become the first team to qualify for the Season 3 World Final and a spot on that stage.
If you look towards this top lane, Watch is setting up. He's got Paranoia, and you do see that Impact is in trouble. There's the Paranoia.
They're going in, and Impact is in trouble. He's going to flash away from this one. We'll see if Watch can actually keep a hold of him. He's got that red buff, so Impact is not going anywhere fast here. Flash comes down. Expression picks up the kill, but here comes Nagne. First blood did go over to Expression. There's the start on the Dragon as well.
SKT gonna secure this one without contest here from Najin Sword. The rest of the Sword members sticking in that top lane. We'll see if they want to try focus the tower down.
So they're able to get this Dragon, and Najin Sword actually are not pushing on the turret, so that was a pretty big amount of resources spent on a small gank right there. What Watch was trying to do was follow up the flash from Impact with a flash of his own to keep in fear range, but because he was a little bit too slow, it ended up costing Shen his flash, and then also Nagne blew a Spirit Rush there at the end, just for kicks.
I like Faker almost taunting Nagne there as he misses the charm and tries to zone him out of that mid lane. Expression did start to work his way down there, so Faker started to back off. This bottom lane, whilst there's been no kills, there's been a lot of damage exchange, there's been some pretty close moments with the hook from Kane, with those grasping roots from Mando as well.
Yeah, it is staying very even though Praise decided to go for those Berserker's Greaves as opposed to some early damage. But the one thing that is standing out for me is that Faker has a 30 CS advantage over Nagne. Those roams from Nagne's Ari are just not working out in his favor. You can see Watch hanging out on the sidelines, but he's instantly pinged. So SKT are well aware of his position. They are going to be aware of that ward as well. As you can see, there's a pink from SKT, which it looks like Faker's going to go to clear.
Top lane, still, they've had their fair share of jungle interactions here. Impact, of course, going down for that first blood. He has got double Doran's Blade right now, and the workings of that Phage, and, well, Express just trying to keep him at bay underneath this turret as Watch comes up.
There's no ward in the Tri-Bush here for Impact, and he still does not have his flash up. So, if Watch is able to go, I don't know why they're waiting for this.
Well, we'll find out in a second. Watch decides to back away. We did see that in the mid lane, Faker was caught by a charm. We actually seen Faker and Bengi roaming to that bottom lane, but Praying K were able to at least avoid any potential gain.
This is also why I thought that Sword were going to focus a lane other than top lane with their Paranoia, because if they gank that top lane, then it opens up for the counter Dragon, and SKT are actually the ones who came out ahead in gold after that.
Faker is just racking up that CS here in mid. It's getting a little bit out of hand at this point. 40 CS close to, and will be here very shortly. Charlie's double door drink boots of speed for Faker on the other side. Nagne coming back into lane here with that needlessly large rod, plus a couple of Doran Drings of his own.
Oh, Expression still trying to hold on in the top lane. We've seen him trading fairly evenly earlier on, but now that Impact has got a couple more levels, has the ability to slam dunk with that ultimate of his. Every third attack, it is hitting hard. There are some attack pings there onto Faker, so Watch may want to lunge himself into this mid lane with Paranoia, but you can see how defensive Faker's playing. He's not running the risk of being caught out. He's playing very safely, happy to farm up. Sitting at 10 CS per minute right now, which is quite literally perfect.
Nagne going to be starting off the blue. Going to get some help here from Watch, who's already thrown that smite down. No one really to challenge there. As in this, I said no one's there to challenge. True Shot Barrage comes across. Meanwhile, in this top lane, things could get interesting. Lee Sin is waiting inside of the brush. Expression coming one step closer. Bengi's biding his time.
Well, we'll see if he steps over the edge. As you can see, Bengi does have the ability to kick back. The stun is going to come down. It's going to lock Expression in place. They've jumped onto him. The kick goes out after the taunt, and Expression gets out thanks to the aid of Bengi's Dragon Rage.
Great little bit of timing right there, and that is going to foil this top lane gank. Now it's open to counter here from Watch as he comes into Paranoia range.
Well, let's see what he can do. He's waiting on that turret right now. Impact less than half health, but he's already hit the recall. And he's going to be getting out of there before Watch can have anything to say in that top lane. And he himself fallen a little bit behind this Shen in terms of the CS, probably just from that kill and the time that he had out the lane.
Nagne once again trying to just even up the CS. He's still 40 behind, 35, 40 CS behind Faker. Even though he's got that meaty large rod, he hasn't necessarily been a kill threat to SKT. We've seen him roaming twice. First gang failed, second time, Impact was dead by time Nagne got there. And he's really going to need to try and find some kills to make up this massive CS deficit. Praying Kane once again in this bottom lane trading damage. Now we see with that BF sword and longsword, Prey's got significantly more on-hit damage, but is less reliant on spells, which is where of course Ezreal is going to excel.
This is one of those games that stays quiet for a good while and then all of a sudden just explodes with action.
Part of that reason is that Bengi over here on Lee Sin does not have a lot of good lanes to go gank. That's also why he's built that Majid's Razor, so he can try and catch up in jungle farm and clear the jungle a bit faster. Because if he goes at any lane that's not Shen's lane, then Shen will join with Stand United, and any gank that he does pull off has the opportunity to be counter-ganked from a long distance away by Nocturne.
While we're talking about Nocturne, he's picked himself up the Elder Lizard. So very aggressive itemization there on that one. I also want to quickly remind you guys of how this series has played out. In games 1 and 3, where Najin Sword were even with SKT, they ended up winning the game. They ended up rotating particularly well and controlling that mid game, and we'll have to see if they can have the same decision making. They are down a Dragon though, which is respawning in 20 seconds, and we'll see who decides to go for it. Watch is once again top lane, so if Impact gets taken out, SKT may just say, hey, we'll happily take Dragon again.
And another thing we should point out, that red side so far has been the lucky side for all of these teams. We are going to see Kane landing the hook here on towards Mandu. There's the box. Strangle Thorns come down. Mandu is going to die. It's Kane that picks up the kill.
That's why Thresh has been banned so much against them. Kane making a play.
Now Impact's in trouble. Paranoia goes out. He manages to leap. Fear Proc stays in distance, and Watch as well as Expression securing it. Now Bengi and Faker into the mid lane. We do see Stand United comes down. Here comes Expression. The question is, can they stop anything? The tower's been saved. No kill secured yet. Kane looking for the hook. Not going to connect. Faker still alive. Now Nugne's in trouble.
He's got the shockwave still alive, and there is the shockwave coming down, but Faker so very low. Expression dies. Faker still alive. Protect comes in. Kane's trying to get the kill. Kane does get the kill. Bengi will bring it back though. And again, as I said, it doesn't ever rain, it pours in these games.
From the beginning there though, Nagne did not have any more charges on Spirit Rush to get in. Yes, Shen Stand United's coming in, but it's just Nagne walking at the two targets. And both of these are very mobile targets. Nagne had Flash, so he could have done something which is flash in with the Shen Stand United still on him, thereby Shen gaining distance as well. But man, with two melees basically going in there right on top of Faker, he gets off a great shockwave and gets a little bit close so Kane can answer, but Bengi is the one who comes out the real victor there.
And after all of that, SKT secure themselves another Dragon as well. Are starting to stack up and definitely making it clear they want this tower. Expression is still sneaking there. He has been caught out.
Perfect.
Here comes the Paranoia. They've dove in for a fight. Strangleforce knocks up a few. Expression gets out.
Impact going in from this one. True Shot Barrage comes across the side as well as the kick goes to the team. There's a shockwave ripping them down as well, but they've not got the damage to follow through. Kane super low. Baker still trying to get the ball in position as there is Lee Sin diving in. Sword still alive, but all very low.
They managed to pick up a kill on Mandu, but Sword lose the tower. SKT will be happy with losing one and grabbing the objective.
Baron here cleared out once again by SKT. There's a pink ward there on the front. Faker's going to be taking blue. They've got pink wards in Sword's jungle here as well. They could try and bait them off this.
SKT have been doing a really good job of grouping up by objectives, and they go for the pick on Kane.
Oh, Kane's in trouble. He manages to get the flay down. True Shot Barrage throws across. Now Stand United has been used. Nagne re-engages. A massive shockwave. Throws three of them together. The first victim is Watch as the rest of Sword are on the retreat. They're trying to get out. Here comes Impact. He's on to Prey. Prey's still alive as the counter-strike doesn't land. A good charm. Now Piglet's in trouble. He uses the arcane shift forward. He secured another kill as Nagne's on the retreat. Nagne gets out. He managed to pick up one before Piglet closes it out. Expression's still in trouble.
Still in trouble, and he's the last man up. And this one is Impact going to dive on top of him. There is the ace for SKT. This is at least an inhib here.
That Stand United on top of Najin was a huge sign on top of his head that said, I'm going to Spirit Rush in towards you guys. And Faker, with a beautiful shockwave, that could be the game-changing play.
They're trying to finish us off. What? Just get shredded by the damage. The rest of SKT, they're on to the Nexus turrets. They're on to the Nexus. Ladies and gentlemen, SKT have done it.
This is the victory. This is the final for SK Telecom T1. They will be representing Korea at the Staples Center in the World Final after a thrilling best of 5. And, well, they've deserved it here. Both teams would have deserved this victory after what's just happened. But it's SKT. Amazing, amazing best of 5.
When they win so quickly. That was one team fight into game over for SKT. I have to say again, that Nagne Spirit Rush was predicted so well by Faker. He knew, Stand United's coming in, they're going to come right at me. Got a beautiful shockwave, and they easily turned that around.
SKT going 3-2 in the series. As soon as that team fight hit at 26 minutes, they closed the game out. No hesitation at all. The moment the opportunity presented itself, SKT threw everything they had at the team fight and closed it out completely. Phenomenal series. And we went all the way in our first